Assalamu alaikum. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to Unsung Hero. Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed us with lots of community leaders in our community. Now today we have Jamal Khalik, mashallah, he's a businessman. Jamal bhai, welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
No, I'm blessed and I'm really honored to have you.
Thank you.
I know you're a busy man. Thank you for making time for us.
Yeah, no worries. Anytime for you. Anytime.
Jamal bhai, you've been living in Brick Lane you've grown up here yourself.
Yeah.
But how did you become so successful? What are the tips behind your successful?
I think I say to my friends and to everybody, make sure you work with dedication and honesty. And you look after yourself, enjoy yourself. Don't just make money, but spend it on yourself and relax and enjoy it.
But
you work hard.
Definitely, you're one of the successful businessmen in UK. Because you're running a business which is started from 1936.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. As you know, I mean, like Taj Stores actually started in 1936 by my eldest uncle Abdul Jabbar, and then it went from to my father, Al-Hajj Abdul Khalik. Well, listen, I said late Al-Hajj Abdul Khalik. My father's passed away, and now we have taken on board me and my two other brothers, and running the whole Taj stores and other businesses related to this. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm not going to talk about business today, actually.
No?
I want to know your charity side of it. You work for lots of things, and you go to Bangladesh quite often, don't you?
Yeah, I do, alhamdulillah. I do because of my other businesses and so on. I became one of the directors of the bank, NRB Bank Limited. But because of that, of the board meetings and so on. But I do a lot of other charity works when I'm there for charity works.
Tell me about Rangpur, the journey of your Rangpur. How did you get involved in Rangpur? What did you see? How was the environment? How did you help? It would be really interesting for our viewers.
Alhamdulillah, I was fortunate to do a charity field trip, going and seeing with my own eyes. And one of the project was with another charity organization, and they did a massive project in Rangpur and all over Rangpur sides and so on. And it's the first time that I visited that part of Bangladesh. Amazing scenery, amazing place, but it's amazing to so much poverty, so much poverty in that particular side of the area that we went to. And, it,
Sorry,
makes me, I'm just going back, because it really hits me. Because that was one of my first experience going to a charity field trip. And seeing with my own eyes, seeing all the poverties and so on, it hurts me. It hurts me, but then again, it makes me happy and having these kind of organizations helping them. And we actually seen the projects which they actually were running, which actually works. And there are many sort of projects that they had done, such as with livestock, with skills, with schools, education, and so on. So there were quite a few, like I said, projects going.
So what did you do yourself? What did you do when you went there? So
I was one of the 6 delegates who actually went to a delegation, and we went to see with our own eyes. It's amazing when a few years back, the organization had given a sort of a livestock, for example, a cow, to someone who can look after a cow. If someone is old and cannot afford, having got the ability of with the strength and so on, they gave them ducks or chickens. So what they do with the cow, they either sell the milk, and they save money, and they eat, and then they basically grow their livestock. So from 1 they make it to 2 to 3, and then they sell, and then it really works. It's amazing, because what we used to do is I remember my family or something, and I believe a lot of viewers, you guys do that. You think of ekta goru manchi in Bangladesh, so I'm just going to give a cow to some poor person. Giving a cow, any charities is good. Please don't get me wrong, but if you give it to a poor person, he doesn't even, he hasn't got the ability of looking after himself. There is no way that he will be able to feed or look after the cow. So what he will do, he will sell the cow. He will sell the cow, he'll spend it within a few days, and then he'll be back to square one. Where these kind of organizations, it makes you like, they gave there's another place that we went to, and there was a small little shop that I think the charity organization gave I think 10,000 taka worth of stock in that small little shop made out of tins and so on. And alhamdulillah, when we went there, that lady was saying that she's got about 35,000 or 40,000 taka worth of goods inside her shop. So that was another amazing story, and these kind of things are working, you know. So yeah.
Did you speak to those people out there? Did you speak to them?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, going there, and the whole reason of going to Filter is trying to get my hands dirty and seeing with my own eyes, you know.
So what did you talk about? Would you use the same wording as possible? You're in Bangladesh. Did you speak? I'm sure you speak in Bengali.
Yeah, I was speaking.
So what did you use?
Sileti, Dakaya, all mixed together. So yeah, I was speaking to them, and you know, and it's, you know, some of the stories are very touching. You know, I must say.
Would you like to use one of the story if you don't mind?
I mean, there is another project not only in Rangpur, which really.
You went to Mohammadpur.
Mohammadpur in
Mohammadpur or Mohammadpur?
Mohammadpur.
Okay.
And what it is basically, there was this organization was like, charity organization was running this school, a normal, simple school, but it's for all the deprived children, you know, like lives in shanty towns and so on, who can't even afford to buy the T-shirts or even a pencil or exercise book, you know. And I get really emotional when I talk about this particular school, because when I went in there, the first thing that I realized is, among this 70, 80 kids, this one particular kid just stood up. He's probably the age of 7. And he was like the age of my younger son at the time. And he really, really kind of like looked very, you know, similar to my son. And seeing these kids, you know, doing phenomenally well. And, you know, it's hard to see these kids, like, you know, such amazing kids, and I went and I played with them, and this particular kid who actually stood out as soon as I went inside the school with my other colleagues, you know, I went to him and he came to me and he hugged me. Do you know what I mean? And he really, really hugged me, and it really, really touched me, you know. And I told him, how are you doing, and how are you doing in school, and are you doing well? And he was saying that he has done very well in one of the exams, and so on. And then I got to hear that unfortunately the organization is moving on and it's not going to be running this school anymore. So when it came to my mind, I said to the organization, how much does it roughly will cost to run this small little classroom of about 60, 70 kids? And he says, it won't cost, it's not more than 5 lakhs. And I said, 5 lakhs? Is that all? I said, then, alhamdulillah, I would like to come, like, you know, I want to invest in that school, and I want to run it as long as that I can. And I run it for about 2-3 years. When it means I invest, I gave a donation of 5 lakhs, and I have the same people running the whole school. And
doesn't make you feel pity, or does it make you feel angry when you see you're quite linked with Bangladesh government yourself? You know them. I see most of the time you're in Shunagar or in other places you meet them. Does it make you feel pity? Are they doing enough for those little kids in the streets?
Well, I mean, you have said
rich
that
country, that's fine, but are we doing enough for them?
Okay, I mean, let me just make this clear. I mean, alhamdulillah, I've got a good connection with, like you said, with the government here and Bangladesh. But I'm not into politics, so as a normal human being, it does make me angry. It does make me angry. I mean, I think that There is a lot to be done, and simple things, simple infrastructures. That's all it takes. You know, I mean, rich are getting richer, and poor are still poor or poorer, shall I say, you know. And yes, it does get me angry, but again, you know, it's people like us who can make a difference. And, you know, it's a comfort.
I think as a whole, we're all failing. We can't say the governments are failing. As a whole,
yeah. There are
failing.
a lot of billionaires, or should I say millionaires out there in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, in everywhere. And if everybody come like my thing that contributed and actually paid their own, even if they calculated properly and paid their own zakat to the poor people, that alone would make a big difference. I'm not saying people don't, but I think a lot of people, some people do and some people don't.
You know, I get really, you know, not emotional, I get angry within myself actually. We made a class system. Poor are always going to be like that.
Yeah.
And we know we made a very big division.
Yeah.
And there is no respect for them as a human. You know, forget about equal rights, the respect we're supposed to show as a humans. This is the dilemma we are living in, and we thought we think it's normal. Share it at home, let it be. I think we shouldn't be in that position.
Not at all.
We don't have a class system. We are all as a human being.
We are all
Muslim,
one human.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah, it's like, you know, I thank Allah for where we are now. Alhamdulillah, that I could have been in the same position as, you know, I could be very, very poor.
Definitely.
You know, Allah could have given me to a poor family and so on. And see, this kind of thing that we need to always remember. We should always remember that we could have been in their shoes.
Definitely.
You know, and that's what it is. Charity is very important. Charity is very important. And I say one thing, this field trip honestly really, really touched my heart, and I'm really fortunate, you know, to come and see these kind of things with my own eyes, and I want to do it. I want to do more. You know, yes, we do. I do make money, alhamdulillah, but it just gives. It's just a passion. You know, I feel passionate about it.
That's
you
great.
know,
Lots of people are benefiting from
ease,
your
honestly.
That's brilliant. I'm sure you feel peace within yourself. Can I ask you one more thing?
Yes, sure.
You're helping people in Bangladesh, poor people is fine. Are you doing anything here? Like there are lots of people in this country too. They live in the street. They're homeless. That's locality.
Of course. I mean, I believe in kind of like giving charity at home first, and that's for Bangladesh or here. I mean, this is my home also. You know, this is I'm born and brought up in the country, and yes, this country is not only kind of like glitz and glamour. There are a lot of poor people, like you said. There's a lot of homeless people out there, and so on. And we intend to forget, you know, and myself, my family, or shall I say the Taj stores, we contribute sometimes to the homeless charity organization, you know, with foods and so on, and we do a lot of charity, we provide with them with drinks and so on, and many things, you know, to get as much as donations from whatever the organizations are doing.
I think this is amazing, because me and yourself brought up in this country. This is our country. I've been living here more than Bangladesh, so this is my country as well.
Yep.
We need to see them first.
Absolutely.
In some cases, yes, of course, we'll help in other places. You also work with Foreign Office in this country, with the UK, regarding Islamophobia. Would you like to touch on that? How you?
Yeah, I used to. That was back in 2006 and so on, and I was again one of the delegates, ambassadors of a delegation of team of 6.
Do you feel lucky? You get to.
Of course, I was lucky, and alhamdulillah, I was quite chuffed, because it's not one of those things that you can ask to do. You do get invited to do, which was quite nice. I mean, first of all, I didn't understand what was going on. But then when I spoke to one of my friends who works in the parliament, I said, what is this about? He says, yeah, but they invited you to become a delegate, and they think that you're, you know. And I thought, okay, I would love to. And
who was in the office that time?
David Milliman.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a handsome boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Cool. And it's basically like going there and talking about promoting British Muslims to third world countries and so on. And that we are all kind of like promoting also like, well, not promoting, shall I say, it's a wrong word I'm saying. It's about Islamophobia, ISIS, we don't, you know, we are terrorists and
Of course.
all this, and we condemn all these kind of things, and that's what we were promoting, you know, that a real religion means peace and love and harmony. You know, it's not about fights and jihads and whatever not. And I think, you know, we use jihad as a completely, the word jihad in a complete different sort of description sort of thing, you know, and yeah, it's totally wrong.
Alhamdulillah. That's great. You know, it's good to see you're benefiting people here in Bangladesh. That's quite unique.
Alhamdulillah.
Unique. You're still young. How old were you when you took over Star Store? And how did you convince your dad? This is something touchy for me. I want to know.
I actually been kind of like working. I mean, obviously, when you kind of like grow up, living on top of the shop, you're always like in and out of the shop and all the time. And I remember we were going when I used to go to school around the corner, Thomas Buxton. I believe that you probably went yourself. Am I right?
I haven't. No, I started from secondary.
So I used to go to Thomas Buxton Junior School at that time, and I used to come to school to the shop after school and help sweep the floor sometimes, or sometimes do a bit of a shelving. And alhamdulillah, within that and so on, and with the experience and seeing my father working really hard and so on, you know, it wasn't easy, I must say. You know, I remember going with my father in the vans, where he's lifting 45, 50 kilos of rice, toliba rice,
okay, that time.
You know, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors of
How old was
council
he then?
flats.
How old was he?
Me, I was probably about.
No, your father.
My father probably was there at the time. In his probably late 30s, 40s. Probably, yeah. You know, and
how do you feel when you reflect that?
Compared to now, I don't think physically we're doing as much as hard work that my father had done. You know, and I actually thought that, okay, by an age of about 18, 19, I thought, okay, it's about time that my father should take a step back. Alhamdulillah, he's given us everything. He's given us the comfort, the love. There's nothing shortfall of anything that he has, you know, provided us with. You know, and I thought, okay, that, it was quite hard, I must
But he
say.
did put you in private school as well, isn't it? That time,
Yeah,
private school is quite
me
different.
and my older brother, we were fortunate to go to private school in Bond Street in West London. And then I went to another American school, private college in just off Baker Street. And my older brother was in Gloucester Road. But then again, okay, going back to your question, sorry, about when I was about 17, 18, I was trying to kind of like tell my father about, you know, I think you should take a step back now and try to spend a time, 6 months in Bangladesh and 6 months here. And alhamdulillah, and you see how we run the show. And obviously, being a workaholic for all of his life, it was quite hard to convince my father. And so it took a while. But then again, he used to sneak in and he used to do all these bits and pieces, what he normally likes doing. And, you know, but unfortunately, he only survived, after that, he only survived probably not even a year. You know, and yeah, and then me and my two brothers, we took over the whole business, yeah.
What kind of reflection do you see when you look back at your dad, or the advice he used to give you? What would you pick, if you pick up 2 advice?
Well, I tell you,
which one would it be?
The advice that I definitely remember, that is all the time, is, Baba, make sure that whenever you're doing business, make sure it's honest. And honesty and halal. Second thing is, make sure you respect and you love your workers, your staffs. They're the main key people. And remember another thing, whatever that you will eat, make sure you feed your staffs the same thing. Alhamdulillah, from now on, and from still onwards, alhamdulillah, I must say that we do look after our staffs.
How many staff do you have?
Alhamdulillah, on the whole of the organizations, I think we have probably about 44.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
You also, let's go to a bit, part of a business. That's amazing. You're also in the board member of where Anam Ali sits there and Iqbal Ahmad sits there. The big, you know, very famous Bangladeshi businessmen. What kind of stuff you guys talk about? It'll be interesting to know.
Yeah, it's like
Is it always serious?
I'm one of the directors of UK BCCI, and yes, our chairman is Iqbal Ahmed, and our president is Bachar Rashid, MBE, and
Handsome Ali Bhai?
yeah, Oliver is also there, and so on. There are quite a few others. Russell Bhai and Matab from Al Haramain Dubai. He's also Ghani Bhai. There are quite a few of us. And yeah, some of the board meetings can be very serious. And we do talk about how we can help Bangladesh, promote Bangladesh and here, the trade, the sort of business links, how we can promote even businesses here. So yeah, I mean, we have quite a few members now.
So what's your ambition? What do you want to do? I mean, this is the biggest group or the
My
wealthiest
ambition?
group in Bangladesh.
My ambition, alhamdulillah, I mean, alhamdulillah, Allah's given me quite, mashallah, well off. And now it's time for me to come like give. It's all, as you know, these kind of organizations are all voluntary. You don't get paid for it. So, it's like helping others to grow, helping others to be successful with their businesses here and Bangladesh and so on.
Alhamdulillah. Last question I want to ask you. We don't have much time.
Yep.
I kept it last because it's going to be emotional for you. You only got 5 more minutes. You know your kids, the way you raised your kids, this is something I look up to it. I spoke to you before the interview. You wanted to give best for your kids, like your dad gave best for you. So you had to divide your family. It means Babi had to take somebody to the Egypt, and you kept one of your boy here, and you were part of one. Yeah, this is one of the biggest sacrifice father can give for kids. If they're watching, this will stand in their head. How did you manage to do that?
Well, I think alhamdulillah, my older son is now 18, Omar Abdul Qayyum, and my younger son, Hafiz Akil Abdul Qayyum. The thing is like, it was pretty hard dividing the family into kind of like two, and taking, my wife and my younger son went to Cairo for a year. And also the hardest part was obviously the comfort side of it. I mean, where my family was staying, it wasn't, the posh side of Cairo. It was quite a kind of like a middle class sort of area, just like Bangladesh, some of the like villages, areas, and so on that you get. It's because of what all the Islamic institutes and everything was. And it was a pretty hard life because obviously in that sort of part of Cairo, they can't speak English. So all the educated people speak French or you speak Arabic. And obviously my kids and my wife didn't know how to speak Arabic. And they had to learn Arabic, mashallah. And my younger son became a Hafiz and within the year. And he was at the age of 12. So, but the thing is, like, I didn't force my son. My son had the passion and love, and and I want to kind of like ask the viewers.
Yeah, please, your last message for the viewers.
I ask the viewers to kind of like make dua for my both sons, my family, my deceased parents, and same goes to the viewers. My love and my respect to your parents, alive parents and deceased. May Allah give them Jannah. And thank you very much for inviting me, and talking to me. Thank you.
You are a star, man. Dear brothers and sisters, we don't have much time. We could have gone on and on and on. I enjoyed it so much.
Thank you.
I call him young man because he is a young man, actually. But we can learn lots of things from him, amazingly. The way he respect his parents, the way he looked after his kids, the way he disciplined himself and become one of the most successful businessmen in my generation. We can learn lots of things from him. Inshallah, next week we'll bring somebody not in that level, but I'm sure we'll find someone, inshallah. Please make dua for us and stay with IQRA. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.